If you want to show people that you value facts over feelings and simultaneously look like a stud, pick up a Some Black Guy t-shirt at his Teespring store. Links in the description below.
Supreme victory!
What's going on, everyone? So normally I wasn't going to make a video about the Anita Sarkeesian Sargon conflict at VidCon because, you know, a lot of people have covered it and they've done a very good job. But, you know, beside seeing her article about the situation and just being full of BS, I also saw Polygon write an article and it just got me livid. And I was like, you know what? Screw this. I need to say something. I can't fucking just let this be. First and foremost, I have to say this. Anita Sarkeesian is a terrible person, and I don't believe that she believes that she was harassed at VidCon. I think that, you know, she just knows that conflict is her bread and butter, and it's how she makes money, so she needs to play this up as much as possible. And obviously, of course, there's, you know, a chance that she actually does feel like she was harassed, but I say this just based on her history, why I believe that she doesn't actually believe she was harassed. Just look at what she came from, what she used to be into, this teleseminar, like, you know, those Ponzi scheme type of things. Like, she has this success story and it kind of explains how she kind of got into this whole feminist movement in the first place.
And I want you to know that you can build your business through teleseminar.
Go down to the hood, go down to the projects, play a little basketball, toughen yourself up, man. Seriously, don't get killed.
Are you willing to take 3 years to do whatever it takes, and almost instantly you'll go from annual income to monthly income? Are you willing to do that?
Imagine how much money you'd have in your bank account today, how much more money, I should say, if Warren Buffett was teaching you how to invest in the stock market.
In my current day job, I saw how teleseminars could change the face of your business and make a lot of money, but I didn't really understand how it worked.
There's a lot of stuff he puts into his 67-step thing. Yes. Is it information that you could go find yourself on the internet? Of course it is. He's not really selling you anything that's not out there that you could find on your own.
So from there, obviously being about making a lot of money, she saw that there was a large commodity to be made on the backs of feminists. So then she adopted this whole feminism narrative, and then she latched on and made feminist frequency and started, you know, a huge campaign to get the whole tropes versus women in gaming thing off the and she made quite a bit of money off of that too. She raised over $400,000 to make 12 fucking videos. And it's not like she had a major production, she had a giant team or something. It was just 2 fucking people essentially, maybe another camera person, I don't know. And that doesn't take almost $500,000 to make 12 videos, especially with that very basic production value that she had, which just shows you that she's just conning people out of money, especially since over the span of years, she didn't even finish the fucking project. Need more proof that she's all about the money? Well, she's done some TED Talks or TEDx Talks, and she talks about, this whole conspiracy theory thing, and then she'd like to let you know that, she's been gaming since she was very young.
This is a photo of me at age 10 playing Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. So I've been playing games for quite a while.
Well, sure, a lot of people dabbled in video games when they were a kid, you know, it was the things to do, but a lot of people grow out of them, you know, and she was definitely one of those people.
I'm gonna show you a remix that I just finished this weekend and no one else has seen. One person has seen it. It's a soundtrack of one song, except I'm doing video games. So it's not exactly a fandom. I'm not a fan of video games. I actually had to learn a lot about video games in the process of making this. And also video games, like I would love to play video games, but I don't want to go around shooting people and ripping off their heads, and it's just gross. So hence this is my response to that.
You're such a comfortable life.
So you have all this evidence to support that she's kind of a con artist and she's bullshitting, but you know, there's a feminist narrative that you have to protect her at all costs. You know, it does not matter. You know, feminism nowadays is like a cult, and you can't challenge or question it. You can't have any independent thought, otherwise, you know, it might get dismantled. So they need to just be like, listen and believe, and that's what's happening. And that's exactly what's happening now again. They're just listening and believing and not giving a shit what actually went down. So Anita Sarkeesian was a part of a panel that was called Women Online at VidCon 2017, and that's where everything happened. Basically, a lot of people that criticized Anita Sarkeesian for, you know, spreading a lot of bullshit lies and a lot of misinformation showed up there to listen to and see what she had to say. And that's when things got weird for her, and she started talking shit to Sargon, calling him a shithead and a garbage human.
If you Google my name on YouTube, you get shitheads like this dude who are making these dumbass videos that just say the same shit over and over again. It's like I is a part of the issue of why we have to have these conversations.
Now, I personally wasn't at that panel because I was actually sleeping. I needed to catch up on some sleep, and I regret that so much because of how big this has blown up, because I would have liked to have personally tell you guys how I felt and how it exactly went down. But you guys can see the footage. There's plenty of footage to suggest that they were just sitting there. It was very harmless, just watching somebody speak, you know, and we did the same thing at other panels. We sat there and we watched and listened, and a lot of the stuff that was said wasn't even that bad, you know, but Anita Sarkeesian just couldn't handle that shit. You know, just the fact of us being there in the same vicinity is now considered harassment. And she wrote about it on Feminist Frequency, on VidCon harassment and garbage humans. To kick off the Women Online panel at VidCon last Thursday, the moderator posed the question, why do we still have to talk about the harassment of women? I replied, because I think one of my biggest harassers is sitting in the front row. He showed up with several others. Together, his group took up the 2 front rows at the panel. Their presence was plainly not, as one of them later said in an apology video, apology in quotations, he posted on Twitter, to give us a chance we never gave them, and to hear us out, but instead to intimidate me and to put me on edge. They will no doubt plead innocent and act shocked at what they characterize as an outrageousness at such allegations. This too is the part of their strategy, gaslighting, acting in a way intended to encourage me and their targets to doubt themselves or to wonder if all of this isn't just in our heads. But to anyone who examines their patterns of behavior with clear eyes, the intentions of their actions are undeniably apparent. And she includes the picture too. Look at, they're just sitting there. Oh man, look at Sargon, dude, fucking menacing. Oh man, look at that menacing fucking face. And fucking Andy Worsey looked like he's about to fall asleep, and Chris is already fucking sleeping with his goddamn glasses on. See that right there? She's already making up bullshit, and she knows that a lot of people are gonna believe her, and they're trying to say, oh, they were trying to actually do this, when it's like, no, dude. I talked to the people. I was supposed to be there, but I said, like I already said before, I fell asleep and I didn't get up in time. And it was just, let's go. We have to listen. This is going to be great. There was no like, oh, we're going to sit there menacingly and disrupt her and make her sweat and stuff. There was none of the talk like that whatsoever. This is just her just fucking conjuring up bullshit and just try to create more drama. Look, we can debate about harassment online all day, because obviously there are some people that go out of their way and talk a lot of shit. But people like Sargon, people like myself, we made videos criticizing your ideology and your bullshit points. That is not harassment. That is ridiculous to suggest that's harassment. You know, can nobody critique anything? Should we just, everything just be left alone and then everything's this perfect utopia? And it seems like what you want, you know, but I'm sorry, when you have bad ideas, they get challenged. And that's exactly what happened. And then at the VidCon, there was nothing happening. There was no challenges, just sitting down. I'm sorry, but that is not harassment. And so, of course, when she put that out, then a lot of other people try to jump in and have her back. And one of those outlets were Polygon. Good old Polygon, you know, just the shit stain of journalism. You know, they did a lot of shitty stuff during Gamergate 2, and this is absolutely no exception. Anita Sarkeesian's astounding garbage human moment. What a fucking beautiful title, man. It just, you already know that this is going to be a fair and balanced article with just ethics and journalistic integrity. I'm going to skip to the meat and potatoes of the article, where it's just outstanding work. Benjamin has made his name dismissing her feminist documentary works such as Tropes vs. Women in Video Games, which details the cultural biases of video games. He is a hero for many in the hate group Gamergate. A rough assemblage of misogynists, racist, conspiracy theorists, and right-wing ideologues who have spent years harassing Sarkeesian and anyone who publicly supports her work. Just that pile of dog shit right there just tells you everything. That they're being completely disingenuous and they don't give a fuck about what really went down. Talking about Gamergate and saying that it's just a bunch of sexist, racist, misogynist, conspiracy theorists, right-wingers. Like, oh my god. That's a new one, dude. That's a new one. Right-wingers was one that I never knew that was actually thrown into, and they were always associated with Gamergate. But yeah, sure, that one too. I tweeted about this already because I was fucking outraged. But seriously, shit like this is the reason why Gamergate came to be. This right here is why Gamergate was a thing. You had fucking dumbass journos and devs that were fucking doing some shady shit, and one of them got called out by the name of Zoe Quinn, and then she went crying harassment and saying feminism, and then everybody in the fucking journo community started just backing her up and not giving a fuck about what actually happened. They made a bunch of articles saying gamers are dead, and they're a bunch of basement-dwelling misogynist pieces of shit, you know, and they hate women in gaming, and they're painting the same narrative right now saying, oh, they're just harassing Anita Sarkeesian in her work. No, it doesn't have anything to do with that her work might be fucking shitty. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's just she's a fucking woman and we're just all harassing her. Fucking dude, not everybody is fucking harassing her. Of course, now a lot of people run to her aid, and not just the shitty journalists, just, you know, the male feminists, you know, the white knights. Just look at this tweet from this guy, the one janitor. It's not harassment to call out a shitty person for being shitty. And Jeff, you know, since he's not brain dead, responds with, then why do you get mad when we do it? The really messed up thing is that people like the one janitor and even Steve Shives, who were once good YouTubers, very rational, critical thinkers, and then they subscribed to the cult of feminism, and now they can't think for themselves. The word harassment has pretty much lost all meaning at this point. Seriously, if you can just sit down and listen to someone speak at a panel and that's considered harassment, then it's fucking open season for harassment, baby. I mean, fucking, I'm sure I'm harassing you guys right now just for fucking talking at you. I apologize.
All of the buzzwords, baby. Sexist, racist, misogynist, homophobic.
You guys use them so much that it's just pretty much everybody now. And then you can't tell who the fuck are the real racists, the real misogynists, you know, stuff like that. What I'm trying to say is that this has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Anita Sarkeesian is a woman. She's been saying a lot of dumb shit for a very long time, and those dumb things get called out. Simple as that. There are plenty of men that get called out for similar things. And it's an unfortunate thing that some people are very extreme and they will go hard on you and they will fucking tell you the worst shit. And the thing is, you have to understand, Anita, that it happens to men too. It happens to me. Shit, there's a lot of people that are pouring into my fucking Twitters right now, my Instagram, sometimes on my Facebook, and they're saying the worst shit. They claim to be trying to fight racism. They're trying to say that they're anti-racist strategists. Meanwhile, they keep saying the most racist shit ever. Funniest thing, man. It's the funniest thing. But I'm just saying, a lot of people will talk a lot of shit. But the thing is, you also have to realize that, you know, the internet's the Wild West. And the best thing you can do is protect yourself. And by that, using your block buttons, you know, dealing with mentions, getting rid of keywords. There's ways that you can try to dismiss a lot of that bullshit. But unfortunately, you can't cut through all of it. And that's the price you have to pay to being online. You know, I'm sorry. It's just, there's no utopia ever going to happen. Last thing I want to say is that VidCon was absolutely incredible. I know I've said it in the past couple videos, but I just really want to rehash that because it was so important and it meant a lot to me and so many other people. Saw people make amends, and I made friends with people, and I know like the friendship's gonna last for a lifetime. Just absolutely incredible. Listening to people like Boogie like helped me realize that, you know, even me to a certain extent, that I lack a bit of empathy and say never really gave a shit about, you know, the people that were receiving a lot of hate, because I'm like, dude, you're saying dumb shit. That's what kind of happens. But what it made me want to do is say, if somebody is being genuine about their beliefs, even as wacky as they are, I would try to come at them at a respectable way. And, you know, maybe there's a possibility that they may see some things or might be like, you have some interesting points there. So essentially, I'll extend an olive branch to anybody who's actually willing to talk. And clearly, Anita Sarkeesian is not one of those people. Now, I'm going to address Anita Sarkeesian directly, and I actually wrote this down because this is really important. Anita, you are a terrible person. Calling Carl a shithead and garbage human while he was sitting and listening to you was wrong. Even if you believe his videos about you are considered harassment, how are you any better for harassing him? Two wrongs never make a right. We're all over here trying to make things better. We just want to go back to playing video games, but you're too busy calling all male gamers misogynists and just being a bitter human being. I guarantee you this, very soon people in your camp are going to realize how toxic you are and won't want anything to do with you. So we'll be over here trying to coexist and you'll be over there by your lonesome. I feel much better now. Alright, I'm gonna go eat something. I'm gonna go watch John Wick 2. You guys have a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video.